Hello and welcome to Learning with Law. Today we're going to talk about how to increase your bookings using the 3 A's. Let's talk increasing bookings. Before we get started, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I am going to be sharing a ton of videos that have to do with VIPKID and other forms of learning over the next couple of days and months, and I want you to be the first one to see my videos. I always make sure to have a fun and interesting question in the comments below, so make sure you're checking that out as well. Are you new to VIPKID? Are you struggling with how to get bookings? Are you finding that during the booking blitz you're getting more cancellations than bookings? Well, I have a few tips and tricks for you that might just help. There are 3 different categories that I will address today under what I call the 3 A's. The first category that we're going to talk about today is advance. So when I think about the word advance, it means really to grow or to improve or to progress. So, if you're someone that just starts out with VIPKID and only has 1 or 2 certifications, my advice to you is take as many certifications as you possibly can. If you're someone that says to yourself, well, I don't know if I really want to teach the level ones, that's intimidating to me, I don't really know how to handle the younger children, I was in your exact position, but I found that a lot of my bookings now come from my level ones. So you need to step outside the box a little bit and look towards expanding your certifications. If you're someone that's intimidated by level 7s or level 4s or 5s, give it a shot. It can't hurt to try, and it's going to help you increase your bookings. So make sure that you're getting certified in as many certifications as possible. This includes trial classes. The trial classes are amazing for so many reasons. The first reason, obviously, it's going to increase your bookings. Second reason, if your student signs up, you get $5 in your pocket for just signing that one student, and they could become a regular student of yours if they like your style. So make sure that you're putting all of your effort and energy into these trials in order to gain their trust and to let them have fun. What else can you do as far as certifications? Make sure you're looking into supplementary classes as well. I know they might be a little intimidating at first, but with more practice, obviously you will increase your knowledge and increase your bookings. So look into those supplemental courses as well. Make sure that you are constantly looking at the teacher portal. Not all supplemental and major course classes will be available to you right away. You need to check to make sure under the data column that you are qualified to teach these courses. You might be qualified for some courses, but there might not be any vacancies available. This does not mean that there will never be any vacancies. You need to keep checking back the portal to see when new vacancies open up. Make sure that you also took the VIPKID TESOL certifications. Even if you're certified outside of VIPKID, it's a really good thing to go in and get those certifications as well. That's going to definitely give you a leg up in the system. It will also lead to, you know it, higher bookings. So you want to make sure you get certified in whatever you can. You also want to make sure that you're taking advantage of the free workshops that VIPKID offers. There are so many of them that greatly improved my teaching skills and I firmly believe contributed to my increased bookings. I'm going to list the names of the workshops that I felt were most beneficial to me at the end of this video, but there are so many workshops. I am constantly taking them. They are free, they are an hour, and you are able to interact with so many very highly qualified veteran teachers. The next A that I'm going to talk about is adapt. Always make sure that you're adapting to the circumstances. What does that mean? This means that you might need to change your lifestyle a little bit. So if you're someone that doesn't set alarms, is forgetting what time it is, doesn't know what day it is because we're in quarantine right now, you need to start setting alarms, whether it's on your phone or any type of digital device in your home. Maybe it's on your computer, your laptop, your iPod, whatever the case may be. Make sure you're setting those alarms. You want to make sure that you're avoiding teacher no-shows. I think this is a big contributor to why some people just aren't getting bookings. So I'll give you a short little story. In the beginning, when I first started with VIP Kid, I turned on my short notice classes and I wanted to make sure that I was able to get bookings as quickly as possible. So I wanted to do whatever it took. So I went to sleep one night and I forgot that I turned on short notice booking for a 7:30 class the next morning. So I didn't set an alarm the night before. I woke up at 7:27. Exactly 7:27 in the morning. I looked at my phone and I realized, "Oh my goodness, I have a class booked in 3 minutes from now." This is my first class ever with VIP Kid. So at that moment, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. Should I just call it a day and say, oh, I'm going to be late. It'll never work. I don't know if I wanted to do VIP Kid anyway. This is ridiculous. I didn't set an alarm. What am I doing? And immediately I said, absolutely not. I will not start out this way. So I ran. I think I brushed my teeth. I don't really understand why I brushed my teeth. I wasn't, nobody is smelling my breath at this point, but I brushed my teeth. I threw on a shirt. I don't know if I had pants on, I don't remember, but I ran into my guest room and started teaching. And I wasn't late. I can't imagine what would have happened if I had a teacher no show for my very first class. So you want to make sure that you're starting out on the right foot. Teacher no shows do not look good to parents. So please set alarms and make sure that you are ready to teach at any given moment, especially if you have your short notice bookings switched on, because that could be fatal. I always make sure when I am opening my short notice classes that I'm setting an alarm for a half hour before that class. Whether it's booked or not, I can check my phone to make sure, okay, I'm not booked, turn off my alarm, go back to sleep until my next class. Or just stay awake and prep for the following class. But you have to make sure that you are ready and not getting any teacher no-shows. I know that I've spoken to a lot of people where they're like, oh, teacher no-shows, that happened in the beginning and I haven't done it since, but my bookings are low. Maybe that's why your bookings are low. You have to make sure that you're adapting to the lifestyle and staying on schedule. Another thing that you might need to adapt is how you give feedback. When you do receive those bookings, always make sure in the feedback at the bottom you are thanking your learning partners. That is huge. It goes such a long way. I know in speaking to many different veteran VIP Kid teachers and just hearing from workshops, advice that will help you in your feedback is that you need to make sure you're thanking your learning partners. They're the people that are helping parents and students book classes. Yeah, if you didn't know, they have a huge role in whether you get a class booked or not. So if I were you, I'd be thanking those LPs every single time I give feedback, and I do. Believe me, and I try and change up the wording every time. I had a really great class with Johnny today. I'm so excited to be his teacher. I can't wait for our next class together. Or I've seen such an improvement in Johnny's reading. Whatever the case may be, thank your learning partners every single time. Being grateful definitely goes a long way. And the third and final A category that we're going to talk about is adjust. There might be some things that you definitely need to adjust in order to get increased bookings. What are some of those things? Let's take a look at your profile. Is it everything that it needs to be? Do you have a clear picture that represents who you are as an educator? Or is it a picture that doesn't represent you at all? It's boring, it's stuffy, the lighting is bad. You might have a tank top on, which is a definite no-no for your VIP Kid profile picture. That is the first picture that the parents and students will be looking at when deciding if they want to book you as a teacher. So in the Chinese culture, showing too much skin is a definite no-no. Make sure that you are clean and professional looking. Do your makeup, make your hair look nice, and take a picture with a clean professional background. This doesn't mean you need to get headshots done for this job at all. Absolutely not. But you want to make sure that your picture is in proper lighting, is fun and engaging, and it stands out to parents. So that's number one. The second thing that you need to adjust is your bio. We don't want to read paragraphs long of your credentials and things that give you a leg up in VIP Kid. Parents don't want to see that. They want to see short, sweet, and to the point. Also, if it's translating incorrectly, it's not really going to take you that far as bookings go. So you want to make sure that yes, you are talking about yourself and your credentials, but you're keeping it short, sweet, and to the point. The next thing that you might need to adjust is your video. This needs to be short and sweet. I would recommend not going over 30 seconds in your video. When I first started, my video was dark, I wasn't speaking clearly, and I think my words were a little bit too quick for the parents to really to listen to and grasp onto. I also didn't have that many props that I was showing in my video. The next time around, I think maybe a couple weeks later when I realized, ooh, this wasn't working out for me, I changed my profile video, and I want to link that as well at the end of this video so you guys can take a look at what I've done. And by all means, this is not the end all be all of intro videos, but it has helped me increase my bookings. I saw a huge jump in my bookings overnight. I took the workshop with VIPKID called Marketing Yourself, and that is my number one favorite workshop because I changed my video, my profile, and my pictures, and for the next booking blitz, I had tons of bookings the next day, and I contribute that all to my video being changed. So if I were you, I would definitely look into adjusting your video and your pictures if necessary. Also, what are your other pictures look like? Your casual photos. Do they have pets? Do they have children in the pictures? Parents and students want to see that you're able to interact with other kids in your own life. So if you have your own kids, your own babies, your own pets and animals and whatever, throw them into a picture. It doesn't mean that it has to look unprofessional, but they want to get to know you a little bit better. Also, again, remember that you are staying covered up for the most part and you're not showing or revealing too much skin. That's my advice on what to adjust for your profile because, again, this is the first thing that the parent is going to see when booking you, and this is also what the learning partners are looking at as well. So you want to be able to attract them. Another huge thing that helped me is when you're creating your picture and your video, you want to make sure that you're speaking slowly, you have proper lighting, and you are targeting the audience that you want. What does that mean? Well, if you are certified in levels 1, 2, and 3, and your video has no props, you're very stoic, you might be wearing a suit and you're just looking straight ahead, you're probably not going to get the bookings that you want. You want to make sure that you're livening up your classroom, you have props, maybe puppets, and you're engaging the younger students. They're the ones that are going to be looking at the video. If you have tons of props, you're acting silly, you're making weird faces, and your target audience is levels 5, 6, and 7, you might not be getting the classes that you want. You might be certified in the lower levels, and that's where your bookings want to come from. So make sure you know your target audience when you're creating your video. That is also another huge way to increase your bookings, just keeping the kids in mind. Some other things that you might want to adjust is your schedule. Are you opening those peak time slots? Are you making sure that your schedule is consistent from week to week? That's what parents want to see. If they really like you and they want to book you at 9 o'clock every Friday night, and you decide, I want to go out this Friday, and next Friday, it's not looking too good, but the next 2 weeks after that is okay. Parents want to see consistency. So if you are not staying consistent week by week, they might not book you for that time slot or at all if they see that your schedules don't match up. So make sure that you're adjusting your schedule and you're setting forth a schedule that will be consistent from week to week. So there you have it. Those are my tips and tricks for you to increase your bookings with VIPKID. I'm going to insert my video here so you can take a look at what I did for my intro video in order to increase my bookings. Before we get there though, please make sure if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and make sure you like this video if it helped you at all, and make sure that you comment below. I would love to hear from you. What are your tips and tricks for getting bookings? Is there something else that you would like to know as far as VIPKID? Please comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Hello, my name is Teacher Lauren. Welcome to VIPKID. Learning English
are a VIP Kid star. I hope to see you in my classroom. Bye-bye.